This image is a portrait of a beautiful woman. I had originally worked on this while I had freshly left New Mexico, namely Area 51. We were doing Patriot system launches, and they were live missiles. They were real missiles, and we were shooting them. And all the time whilst I was there, I had a lot of time to think. There was no allowance of private media. Like, you couldn't use your cell phone. You couldn't use any like internet stuff, right? Your cell phone didn't even work. Nothing worked. And so I had a lot of time to think, and I was thinking about New Mexico. I was thinking about how beautiful the sky was, the mountains, and the animals there, and just the colors. And so I came up with this specific portrait depicting very specific things. So that's the New Mexico plant, I think, the national plant for New Mexico, whatever that means. And I was thinking about, the time I was trying to learn piano, and I probably should have been playing piano. But every time I've played piano, I've always gave up on it. I'm not that serious when it comes to music. When it comes to art, though, when it comes to like visual media, I'm a little more serious. But when it comes to like the music and the sound, I'm not really that good. Not that I don't like it. It's just it doesn't captivate me as much as art does, because visual art is a lot more simple-minded. I think I'm just, realistically speaking, I'm not that smart to be doing music. And that's okay. And I know my strengths, and I know what I like to do, and that's important for people to know, as artists, especially. So I was thinking about a particular woman at this time. I don't want to say who it is because I don't want to hurt anybody's feeling, and I don't like being negative. But this particular woman made me think certain things, and one of the things that she made me think was how sometimes she would lie, and how beautiful she was, and how good she was at lying. And she was able to manipulate many a men just with her looks, and I would constantly see it happen in front of me, and it made her incredibly dangerous. But like all women, this is a feature they all have. Beautiful women are very dangerous because they rile ugly men to their side to fight for them. That's why during the social dynamics of work or school or whatever institutional area you're in, you understand and respect the woman's power, and you don't question it. You don't, you stand down because essentially she has the power of the masses, right? And that's okay. That's fine. Everybody has their strengths and weaknesses, and that's one of their strengths. My problem is that this person that's depicted in the portrait is someone who was close to me. And because she was so spoiled by these gifts of the gods, i.e. beauty, and I suppose charisma, female charisma, she used them for evil. And that's why I depicted the snake there. The snake also is there because during the time in New Mexico, we had killed a rattlesnake that had crawled into the female bunker. Now, it wasn't me who killed it. It was the extra chief warrant officer Davis, if I remember correctly, and he killed it. Actually, he hit it in the head, and then he proceeded to cut it off while I held it, or something like that, if I remember correctly. Anyway, it was definitely a danger to us and to the female camp, so we got rid of it. And that's why I depicted the snake there too, because it's also symbolic of the previous woman I was with. And of course, the mountains are there because I would just look over at the New Mexico mountains in Area 51 and just be completely, utterly amazed at how big they were. And I would hear tales of how there were cougars there, and there were, these bizarre antelope creatures from Africa, which, by the way, they are. They are there in Area 51. These very weird African gazelle kind of things. But I've run out of time, and I hope you enjoyed the process. Have a good day.